So in this question we have a moving coil galvanometer having 100 turns, and each turn has an area of 2 centimeters square. The magnetic field produced by the magnet is 0.01 Tesla. Okay, so that means the coil is placed in this magnetic field of strength 0.01 Tesla. Number of turns is given, area of the coil is given. The deflection in the coil is 0.05 radian. So this is the deflection. When a current of 10 milliampere is passed through it, so the current is 10 milliampere. So you have to observe this unit carefully, because other units are in, suppose this is in centimeter square, one is in Tesla, angle is in radian. Okay, find the torsional constant of the suspension wire. Okay, so basically see this in a moving coil galvanometer, you have a wire, and from the wire you have the coil suspended, and below you have a spring. Okay, so they have asked the torsional constant of this wire. Okay, torsional constant is represented by K. In some books it is represented as C. Okay, so torsional constant is basically a property which depends on the nature of the material of the wire. Okay, now we know that for a moving coil galvanometer we have this relation I, it is equal to K by NAB times theta. Okay, where this K is the torsional constant, N is the number of turns, A is the area of the coil, B is the strength of the magnetic field, theta is the twist or the turn or the deflection in the galvanometer, I is the current flowing in the galvanometer. So we say that the deflection produced in the galvanometer, this theta, is proportional to the current flowing through it. Okay, now this was the observation while studying the theory of the moving coil galvanometer. So in this question we have been asked to find the value of this K. Okay, other quantities are given, so we can write simply K is equal to I NAB, I times NAB divided by theta. Okay, so now substituting the value, now what is I? I is 10 milliampere, so that is equal to 10 into 10 power minus 3. This is I. Okay, N is the total number of turns, that is given to be 100, so into 100. Okay, into 100 into area of the coil. Now area of the coil is 2 centimeters square, so you have to convert this into meter square, so that is 2 into 10 power minus 4. Okay, minus 4 into strength of the magnetic field, that is given in Tesla, 0.01 Tesla, so that can be written directly 0.01. Okay, divide by theta. Now theta is in radian, so again that is in SI system, so 0.05. Okay, so if you simplify this, you will get the result for this calculation. After calculating it, you will get this result as 4 into 10 power minus 5 Newton meter per radian. Okay, Newton meter per radian, 10 power minus 5. So this will be the final answer. Okay, now this is just a formula based question, but you just need to know this formula. Okay, so in this question we have a galvanometer coil which has a resistance of 100 ohm. Okay, so 100 ohm is the resistance of the galvanometer. Now when a current passes through the galvanometer, 1% of the current goes through the coil and the rest through the shunt. Okay, find the resistance of the shunt. Now see, you have to understand this, that this shunt is always connected in parallel with the galvanometer. So if we have a galvanometer of galvanometer resistance G, so G represents the galvanometer resistance, so this shunt is always connected in parallel with the galvanometer, so this is the shunt. So when current I flows into the circuit, okay, when you have this current I flowing into the circuit, it is given that 1% of the current goes through the coil. Through the coil means 1% of the coil is flowing through the galvanometer coil. Okay, so that means the current which is flowing in this part of the circuit, it is 0.01 times the current I. Okay, so 0.01 times current I is flowing through the galvanometer, so that means the rest of the current, it is flowing through the shunt, so that is 0.99 I, it is flowing through the shunt. Okay, now see, this galvanometer and shunt, they are in parallel. So that means voltage across galvanometer, it is equal to the voltage across shunt. So how much current is flowing through the galvanometer? 0.01. Okay, this current is flowing through the galvanometer. What is the galvanometer resistance? G. So voltage drop across the galvanometer, this quantity, it will be how much? 0.01 I times, this is the current times the galvanometer resistance. This is equal to the voltage drop across the shunt. So what is the voltage drop across the shunt? Current flowing through the shunt is 0.999, okay, and multiplied by the shunt resistance. Okay, now in this question the galvanometer resistance is already given. Galvanometer resistance is how much? 100 ohm. Okay, so this I gets cancelled. Okay, so 0.01 times 100, so that is equal to 1. So 1 divided by 0. So S will be equal to 1 divided by 0.99. Okay, so that is equal to 100 by 99 ohm. So the shunt resistance will be equal to 100 by 99 ohm.